All right, it was a life-changing medical diagnosis at a young age that changed career paths for one Kansas City man. Now, he got a little help on his new full-time gig from a four-legged friend. Meet Pistachio Approved. Tell us about your start, how you got into woodworking, because you started with pallets, is that right?
So yeah, in 2012, I was actually diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension, and I had to go through a procedure and a Hickman line, and I have to wear a pump. And I kind of took a seat back from work, and I started playing around and had some tools at the house and had some pallets and some free wood. So I started making pallet furniture from there. Kind of was just giving it away to whoever would take it. It wasn't the best furniture at that time.
but you were designing it yourself,
I was
though,
designing it myself. I was taking it in, just kind of figuring it out. I really wasn't comfortable with anything yet. I was real scared of the miter saw and everything, but I was always good with my hands and was just trying to do something artistic outside of that.
What were you doing before all that?
I was running a restaurant for about 11 years here in Kansas City.
Oh, really?
Yeah, La Bodega for a long time. So for me to, you know, I did that for so long, and then in 2016, about 2 weeks before I got married, I put in my notice at La Bodega and started woodworking full time.
So you go from the hectic lifestyle of managing a restaurant to, it's almost like take a step back into a more relaxing type of field, right?
Absolutely. It was kind of my breakaway on the weekends to try to, you know, sit back and figure things out.
So you started with the pallets. What made you then move over to using just like more woodworking?
I started getting more and more customers. That's why I ended up putting in my notice and starting it full time. And I ended up being able to buy bigger equipment. And we moved into another house, and I was working out of the garage, and things just started getting better. My craft, my skills, and especially the tools. I'm only as good as my tools are. So my wife didn't understand why I needed more expensive tools, but I bought the more expensive tools.
Ladies, listen, if your husband says they need more tools,
I need more tools.
You need more tools.
Yes, exactly. So from there, it just kind of just got better and better, and you know, it's grown into where I'm only strictly doing hardwoods now. I started just doing softwoods, pines, pallets, and stuff like that. But now it's strictly hardwood furniture, and it's just it's grown to where I can do it full time.
And now you saw that Springer Spaniel just at the end of the segment there. That's Pistachio, or Stash for short, and you'll meet and hear all about him next. All right, welcome back to Better Kansas City. Now, Paulie Cerrone bought his dog Pistachio after being diagnosed with pulmonary hypertension in 2012, and since then he's created and grown a thriving custom woodworking shop here in Kansas City.
He shares many pictures of his finished products on Instagram, but the furniture might not be the star of the show.
So you were talking about when you first made that pallet furniture. That's kind of how your business has got its name, right? Kind of tell that story real quick.
Correct. I was building my first piece of furniture out of pallets, cut the pallet in half, put them on top of each other, drilled them in, thought it was the best thing ever.
Yeah,
and,
look what I made.
Yeah, look what I made. I'm a master craftsman. And then from there, I was sitting around with my brother. The dog actually jumped up on the pallet table, and he was like, Cerrone made, Pistachio approved.
Yeah.
And then from there on, it just stuck. So everything that we made, he sat in front of it, and we took his picture, and from Instagram, it blew up.
There
and
it
it
is.
stuck. I thought it was a little ridiculous that we were keeping it Pistachio approved, but everyone loved it. So.
Everyone loves the dog, and then as an added bonus, they love your furniture too.
Yes,
right?
yes. And I think he reeled them in, and then I was able to just finish it off with the furniture. So it worked out great.
So let's talk about your furniture and how you make this process, because you're not just buying like boards and planks from Lowe's or Home Depot.
No.
I mean, kind of show us what you get and how you turn it into this. I mean, it's artwork.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. We actually, the way that it starts is that we figure out the design, work with the client, see what they're looking for, and then we kind of do some calculations and we find out the board footage. From there, I'll order it from the lumber yard and say, you know, I need 300 board feet.
Yeah.
It comes in 8/4, which starts out about 2 inches. They'll mill it down to about 1 7/8 inches, and then I'll mill it down to about 1.5 inches once it's final piece. But as you see, it's in its rough form. You know, it has a rough edge. It's only got one clean side for me. And then we'll just take it down to where we could get it to where it's a nice clean surface where we could make a nice tight glue up.
Yeah.
And
you can't even see the seams here in this wood because you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6
six planks. And with this board footage, which is different about it, that one end might be 8 inches long and the other it might be 6. So when they cut it and it's coming off the tree, you never know what you're going to get.
And if you want to see more pictures of Pistachio, and of course who doesn't, he makes many appearances on Pistachio Approved Instagram page. He's a super chill and fun dog, and it's made me want to campaign for our own Better Kansas City Pooch right here in the studio.
Well, sign me up. Just start a list and we'll get some cigs.
All right, definitely. Let's do it.